Welcome to Pop Live.
Holy cow.
It's one of those days, and that's probably kind of going to be the theme of uh, of today's episode. Is things are so crazy. Our guest that we wanted to have on this week, we had to reschedule. So instead of doing like a full on like deep dive episode that we usually would do, we're so busy right now. You're really short for some reason, even though you're taller than me. Weird. Maybe I gotta. Anyways,
The whole camera is framed badly. Is it different? I think I got it tilted down a little.
oh, okay. Well, as I explained, we just wanted to jump on here and do kind of a impromptu like talk sesh because one, we're super busy, and we didn't really have time to prepare. Oh gosh, to prepare a topic for today. But because we're also super busy, I don't think we would have been able to give you a whole lot of content because we're so uh, distracted with all these things. So instead, we thought we'd just jump on here and do like a chit chat sesh where we can share with you what's going on with us, what kind of things are happening in the pop universe. And then if we get some people joining us, we can talk about whatever they have questions or want to talk to us about. Currently, I don't see anybody leaving any comments yet, but they may come and go. So in the meantime, you may be wondering why we're so busy. Well, just to give you an idea, for us to do virtual event productions, like two in 1 month is like huge for us. There's so much that goes into producing a virtual event, as far as like the pre-production, right? It takes weeks. So two in 1 month would be pretty huge. We have seven this month, and just in this week, tomorrow, Friday, and Sunday, we have three total. So we have a day break in between each to get ready for the next one. So literally, it's a crazy time, but it's an exciting time. And I think what was interesting is that
Oops.
a lot of, for whatever reason, May seems to be the month for virtual events, and it's
Well, it's
not.
graduations.
Oh, that's right. Three of our seven events are graduations. And at the time when we, like, some of them, um, one of them talked to us, like, I don't know, several months ago. So they've been prepared and ready to go. The other two just came up to us within the last week. And we're like, oh, we were supposed to do a virtual graduation ceremony and we don't know what to do. So can you help us? And fortunately for them, like, we absolutely adore and love these people and their organizations, um, and so we want to see them do well and see them have a good event. So we are helping them with it, and we are um, scrambling to produce it. The other four events, though, I mean, we have it's kind of a large mix of variety of styles of virtual events this month. We have graduations, we have a wedding. This will be our first virtual wedding that we're producing. We have one, like, it's fully pre-recorded virtual event, that's going to be airing on the Hawaii News Now networks. And then we have a conference, which will be using a new platform, conference platform dashboard that we unveiled, which is super exciting. And what's our fourth event? We went through this the other day. We thought we had
We got the
six.
talent show, award ceremony, graduation, wedding, uh, pre-recorded, the
Oh, we
pajamboree,
already did one. That's what it was. We
and then
did
I'm
it.
missing one. Oh, the
Uh, the
conference.
conference, yeah. So I'm not counting one that we just did. When was that? last week?
Friday?
Is that Friday? Thursday.
Hi, Brian.
Brian's
Thursday?
here.
What day is today?
Today's Tuesday. Today's Tuesday.
Oh.
But yeah, Thursday we did a pajamboree party. Was I wearing my pajamas for last week's live?
No.
No? Okay. Well, anyways, so
You
we
wore
did
it for John's group.
whose group?
John
Oh,
Fulham.
okay, sorry. Yeah, all the days are starting to
Today is
blend.
October.
Thanks, Brian. Well, then that means we don't need to do your event on Friday because we've passed it already. But no,
That's funny.
Friday's one
It
was so
feels
fun.
like October.
Yeah, it does. Well, October's gonna be busy too. But yeah, so we did one on Thursday, which was a virtual. It's for a elementary school, and it's a pajama party and stuff, and and that was live, and it was fun because I got to. The audience was kind of like kids and their families, and the kids were all jumping on to the chat, and I've never seen such a lively chat full of
Hi.
just that's all they said.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
Like Kanoa says hi, Jan says hi, Egan says hi. It's like hi, 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 hi. Like there's like over 300 comments, and it was all pretty much just hi.
Yeah.
Like hi so hi. Like they're all just saying hi to each other. But they had so much fun.
It's so cute.
In one of the comments, like so the family that won like the grand prize of the evening, the kids are like commenting like we're jumping up and down
I think
screaming.
it was the dad that commented.
Oh yeah.
Because it was a full sentence.
One kid for some unexplainable reason was like just listing ingredients
Yeah.
of stuff. Like single ingredients. Like sage, turmeric. It's like
At first I thought Sage was somebody's name,
Yeah.
but then his next one was like not a name. Definitely not a name.
there's all different kinds of foods and spices. But yeah, so that's kind of what we've been up to is and is getting ready and producing a bunch of virtual events. And I was just talking about this to somebody the other day. It's like when we made the decision to go into virtual events, this was our pivot for when the pandemic hit, and business coaches and experts were saying, hey, this is a time where you have to really look at your business and see, are there things that you can change or add to to go along with the changes in the world right now. And so we came up with this idea to produce virtual events, and it was a lot of money and time invested. And then we got our first client, and we jumped in like head first. We did a 2-day all-day conference. And it wasn't just one of these streams. It was like a huge one with virtual callers and presenters and slideshows and stuff.
But then Alice's thing came in, so we did it before, even though we booked
bombed
the
that thing.
conference. We booked the conference.
Oh, I
first.
thought you were going to say we bombed it.
No, we booked the conference first, but then Alice's thing happened earlier.
Yeah. And so as these two events came up, we thought, and the responses we were getting from the nonprofit community, from attendees, it sounded like, oh shoot, we're going to be busy. Like there's going to be tons of people reaching out to us wanting to do events. And then aside from a couple here and there, like it was pretty quiet, and we had tons of meetings and such. So it wasn't that people didn't want it, but I think a lot of organizations were worried or not ready to commit to doing it because it's just so new and scary. But then I feel like ever since maybe last month, like it's just ramped up like crazy, where all of these pendings have jumped in, or there's new ones jumping on board and stuff. So while May is like insanely busy, we had just prior to booking these last minute ones, we had just talked about how we're gonna specifically plan for August to be a month where we do a vacation or break and not book anything. And I was like, can we just get through these next couple months? And then like 2 or 3 last minute jobs came in. And we're like, oh, we're just gonna kill ourselves doing all this work. But we also thought it's been so rewarding and exactly what we wanted to do. So it's been pretty awesome. Has there been stuff that like, so people hear what I'm saying now of like the different types of events and stuff, but from your experiences, which Jamie, you handles all of the back end, the pre-production, the building of the programs and the editing and all that stuff, are there things that you can share that you're going through that maybe helps put into perspective? Because I think people don't get this unique opportunity to kind of see or hear what goes on in the background of how you do
I
stuff.
need a more specific question.
As far as, what has been taking up the most of your brain space in these last few days?
My brain is so full of things right now that even that is not specific enough. I feel my brain is very like I have the thing in front of me and then I do it and nothing else comes in and then it's the next one.
Which is probably why you are so effective at your job, is like you're almost like a computer, right? Like throw in the commands. We're throwing her, instead of HTML codes, we're sending her emails. And then she just goes, okay, processing, and do it. Whereas for people like myself, and probably you can relate, Brian, is like when we hear things, we don't just take the information, we add the emotion to it and the thoughts and stuff. And so we just had an experience with that the other day where, like, for example, if I told her, hey, this is XYZ that we have to do, she'd say, okay, and she'd do it. And then she had told me to do something, and instead of going, okay, and doing it, I went, well, so that also means this, and I feel this kind of emotion tied to that and stuff, and it made it way more complicated and oversimplified or undersimplified than it needed to be. That's not a word.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
That's okay. You don't have to bog your brain down with this, but just the point of it is that as you're explaining that you aren't able to communicate what's going on right now for you in this current state because you're so focused. I'm saying thank goodness for that, because if it were 2 of me's, nothing would get done because a lot of time would be spent on the
If it was 2 of yous, we wouldn't be in business.
And if there are 2 of yous,
we would also not be in business.
But we get a lot more done, probably. But with less smiles and more clients being like offended. Because little do you guys know, this is not what you see or hear when it comes to work. So I'm the filter, and you see and hear this. I'm able to filter it. Is there anything that you have been, as to your thoughts as to the different types of events that we've been doing? And it doesn't have to be the technical things, but maybe are you excited and happy that we're doing different kinds of virtual
it'd be
events?
boring if it was all the same thing.
Are you also feeling good about that these different types of organizations are finally embracing the virtual aspect of things?
I wish that they would think about it earlier. Especially the ones where my good friend is there, and I wish that she thought about it a little earlier so we didn't add it on the week of.
Yeah, the week of.
Is it the week of? It's the week of.
Technically, she the week and day, a day plus the week of. Like, she contacted us.
How many days
on
before?
Saturday, and
the event is the following Sunday.
Yeah.
So we have 8 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which I was shocked when you said that you told her maybe. because I thought it was just like well, initially it was a
Yeah.
no, and you
Yeah,
pretty
I
much
told
hung
her
up on her.
no. I told her no.
And then she came
She sounded
crying.
desperate.
And so we're like, all right, let's figure this out. And I'm not going to say we figured it out because it hasn't happened yet, and I don't want to jinx it. That's the hard part, I think, about this, is these 3 events are so different. So they require different set of skills. But for me, I've been able to just be like, okay, let's go with whatever's first. And that's what I'm concentrating on. So Brian, you're all that's on my mind, which is bad for the others because I'm also supposed to be keeping up with them, which I
That one's
am.
not first. We have.
Brian's, oh no, Brian's is not first. Whoops. Maybe that's why the ones before Brian's is, nah, I've been working hard with her.
Yeah.
That one also was a very, like,
Last minute.
we planned it in advance, but unfortunately for her people that she is relying on to get us the things that we needed all failed her. So she at least told us that we have permission to kill her now. So we're holding on to that card for now. It's in my back pocket. Brian says, yeah, I think that's a self-defense mechanism somehow, where we need to focus so hard that we feel it more than
Yeah.
when it's over. Yeah, that's very true. Brian said, you're the first man to tell me that I'm all that's on his mind in so long. And then I took it away from you when Jamie corrected me that no, you are not first. You're in second place, which is still not bad. But you're welcome, I guess, Brian. Hopefully by the end of this all, you will be feeling it in a positive way, and you'll be like, yes, this is all worth it.
Yeah.
Because I know you're stressing. We all are stressing, but that's a good thing because that means we really care. We really want it to go well, and that's what's been cool about. In fact, this morning I had to do. Whoop,
Emmett's on the move.
Emmett's here. Emmett, you gotta say hello if you're gonna move. Hello. Okay. I
He
even
wants to go down.
did a site check today for an event that we're going to be producing in September, and I was just
That's right.
yeah, I was just so like relieved that we're planning things and we set up the way the room is set up and everything, like
Really?
yeah, like this is where
Wow.
this will go and this will go.
Did you write it down or take pictures?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So it's like, oh, thank goodness we're doing things in advance.
Wow.
But it's because this person in charge, she's like she was self-admittedly, she loves planning and loves having everything set
That is my
in
kind
advance.
of person.
That's what I told her. I said, oh, Jamie would love to just have all of yous only.
Nobody's like that.
Brian said he blocked out the part about second
I
place.
know.
You can choose to take in the info as how you want. This is all for you, Brian, however you want to use it. Anything else that's your that is on that we're talking about that you're thinking of?
I think it's very helpful that we got the ear seeds.
Oh yeah, we should talk about that. You want to talk about that, or you want me to explain it? Okay. So our friend Jen Kawamoto from, is it H&L Wellness?
HNL something. It's not
I think-
I'll look it up.
I think it's H&L Acupuncture and Wellness. Anyway, she's this brilliant and amazing acupuncture person that she's unique in that her background,
Acupuncture and wellness.
H&L Acupuncture and Wellness. So her unique background is that for her career before, she was the medical, when you go to college and you have like the doctors on the sidelines.
The trainer?
Trainer, yeah. Sports training. She was a sports trainer for like all these major D1 colleges and stuff. So she, understood how like the body work and rehab and all that kind of injuries. But then she had a personal experience with how well acupuncture worked for her, and so she went in and trained and learned how to do acupuncture, and so she ties in kind of her knowledge and background in the body, tied in with acupuncture and herbs and all that kind of stuff, and so she's super awesome that she helped Jamie's two boys kick their dog allergy through this thing called seeds. So the idea of it is it's kind of like acupuncture. You got to go super close, I think.
My ear is floppy and bendy, so don't judge it.
So their pressure yeah. Oh, pull your hair back. Yeah, there you go. Yep. So she has a crystal one, like it looks like a Swarovski crystal. Mine are super super tiny, so you wouldn't be able to see it. But there's pressure points all in your ear that are related to different parts and organs of your body and different functions of your body. So it's similar to like where you would take the needle and poke there and stuff.
Not in your ear.
There are points in your ear that you can do, but similar to how acupuncture works, where like in the foot or leg or arm or whatever, there are certain points that are connected to parts of your body. But in your ear, I guess you can put pressure on them through these they're like little tiny ear seeds that she calls it, like tiny little ball bearings. And so basically it's putting direct pressure to those points nonstop for several days.
5 days.
So the idea is by putting it in it can help relieve different issues. So our friend Jen had a pop-up event on Saturday, was it? Saturday, where she was doing ear seeds. And so we went to go see her and get some seeds into our ears, and she did it for general health and stress and anxiety. Which she was kind of like, oh, sorry, I'm just doing that for today. And we're like, oh, perfect, because we're going to need that because this coming week is all about stress and anxiety. And I do feel like I should be way more stressed and way more anxious because I have anxiety, like medically, medically defined anxiety or diagnosed. Yeah, medically diagnosed anxiety. And all the things that we're going through this week, like I would imagine that I should be on high alert right now. But now what I just feel is like, yes, it's there, like as far as the things I'm worried about, but we're taking care of it. And it's not like the anxiety, which was, are we going to make it? Like the sky is falling. This is not going to happen. I don't feel that way. So I feel like,
yeah, I think it's helping.
Yeah. And you too, like usually she is insane. Understandably so. And really mean and stuff. But she's been super nice and like this pretty much, which is shocking. So we should get ear seeds like before every tough week. Yeah. Because it definitely has made a noticeable difference. Brian said, oh yes, I've used it before for migraine and anxiety. They're super helpful. Hey, that's awesome.
Oh, did it help for your migraine?
He just said, yeah.
That's good. Then, yeah. Julie really should go.
Oh, that's right. So Jamie's sister-in-law was really interested in going because she suffers from a lot of like pain and migraines and stuff like that. So
oh yeah,
glad to hear, Brian, that helped with your migraines, because now we can tell her that.
Yeah,
because we don't have migraines, we just assume that it helps, but now we know. You vetted it. So yeah, if you guys, I guess based on Brian's testimony and our experience, like it really does seem to work. And even if it doesn't, and it's just a placebo, it still works, right? Like
I think it has to work though because of the kids.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It got rid of their allergy.
Yeah, like, that's so true.
That's major.
Yeah, I don't think the kids have strong enough, like, was it psyches to get rid of pet allergies?
Well, they didn't, like, they weren't bought into what was going on.
Yeah.
So
They didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
We forced them to do it.
So I don't think that they would have a placebo effect on them.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, so if you guys want to check her out, you just Google Jen Kawamoto HNL acupuncture and wellness.
Facebook.
Yeah, she's on Facebook and stuff. But yeah, or whoever you trust and like. I'm sure she's not the only one, but we really trust and like her, and we've referred several other friends and family to her, and they all loved it too. So, but anything else tied to whatever you want to talk about? This is kind of her therapy session because she's literally. I don't think people understand when I say like how hard she's working. She literally wakes up in the morning and goes straight to her desk and sits at her desk.
Go to the bathroom first.
But you've only gone to the bathroom. I can count probably
as long as you do.
I can count less than the amount of fingers on my hand that she's gone to the bathroom in a day.
Oh yeah.
So you've sat at your desk pretty much from when you wake up till when you go to sleep, which has been like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. Even when she's eating, she only eats lunch and dinner, but even when she's eating, she eats it at her desk and is working. So I've managed to sometimes remember to force her to take like a short walk, like we'll go up and down the block, just so that she gets to see the sun and breathe fresh air. It's kind of like prison. Yeah. It's like, okay, outdoor time. Let's go. You got 5 minutes. But yeah, that's literally, what the last couple, maybe the last week or more.
I was going to say months.
Yeah, it's been a very long time like that. So kudos to you for the inhuman, ability you have. But
you just have to be nice to me.
Yeah, I've gotten her. Have I not?
The one time.
Just the one time, but all the other times, and I bring cookies. Although I did bring like a chocolate covered croissant, which is way too much sweet, and it like knocked her out. Like she lost a night of work. She lost a night of work. It made me
grouchy, and then I fell asleep.
Yeah. So, note to those of you who want to work and eat sweets, don't get chocolate smothered. It was like croissant that was just like you couldn't even see the croissant. It was just swimming in fudge.
It wasn't even that good. It was all right. Maybe if the croissant. Maybe if it was like fresh and crunchy, and then it had, but then you got to eat it like right away. But it had been sitting there all day.
Yeah.
So I just ate it because of the chocolate, and then I regretted it.
But yeah, that's just to give people an idea. When I say we're busy, I mean she's busy. My busy's a little different. Like since she's has to be at the desk, I've been doing a ton of driving, like because I do like the driving of the kids and stuff, and then also meeting with clients and stuff, whether it's virtual or in this case going to the site check and stuff like that. So I feel tired, but more from like travel. Like I don't travel well. Like driving makes me so tired, and the fact that I am always driving, it seems like every day I'm driving places. It's tough. So, but by no means am I comparing my workload to hers. Like I totally get that. What she's doing is very
that's why people might think it's weird that they never talk to me, and then at the end I'm like emailing them 30 billion times.
Yeah, you would probably be an example, Brian. You've seen,
yeah,
because Jamie's been on maybe like one call with the team, with Brian and the team, and it's just been me doing all of the interpersonal communications, and then this week, which is our production week, Jamie's been, poor Brian. I think your email inbox might have at least, and I'm not exaggerating, probably at least over 50 emails in the last 2 weeks. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because every time I'm looking at my inbox, it says like 25 new emails. And granted, they're not all for Brian's, but that's multiple times in the day it says 25 new emails. So if
Ugh.
that's me, and most of them are going to Brian,
Sorry.
easily over 50. But it's just a good sign. That means we're almost to the finish line. I'm really excited. Oh, we should. I'm talking about like it's a secret. Anybody watching this should go and attend it. It's free and open to the public. Why am I acting like this is such a mysterious thing? So it's this Friday. It's for Mental Health America Hawaii. It's May is Mental Health Month, and so we have a virtual event filled with some great speakers and great resources and organizations that are doing some amazing work for the mental health community. And so for whether if you yourself are dealing with wanting to get help for your own mental health purposes, or if you work in the mental health community and you want to learn more about what's going on out there to help you in your works in helping others in mental health, or even if you're a business owner.
Look, I was wondering what it was.
Oh.
Brian posted the link.
Yeah, so look in the comments. There were tons. I secretly delete stuff.
Emails.
Oh, sorry. I thought he was talking about the event. So yeah, I was going to say, even if you're a business owner, knowing and understanding more about mental health and what's going on in the mental health community, I think would be such a game changer for you as how to run your business, because mental health is such a big deal for so many people. And when people think mental health, they think like, oh yeah, I don't have like depression or anxiety, but there's so much more to mental health than just that. And I think a lot of successful businesses right now are putting a lot of emphasis, especially with the whole pandemic, on how to support mental health in the workplace. And so this would be a really great event to get.
There's a lot, like all the exhibitors and sponsors have like good info in there too.
Yeah. So it's a really unique event in that it's really interactive. So there's going to be multiple Zoom rooms going on at the same time. Keynote speakers.
Kids.
Yeah, we have students that have put together some really awesome videos and stuff, but then also they'll be running a Zoom room, I think. Well,
not sure yet.
The program will be there. But yeah, it's a really awesome event. I think it's from 9 a.m. to 2. And you don't have to be there for the whole thing, but
2 or 1?
Oh.
I don't know. I don't remember.
Well, just know that it's not going to take the whole day for you. Oh, it's till 1. And it's really easy you just click on this link that Brian put in the comments.
Just say it in case they're on YouTube.
Okay, so it's mentalhealthhawaii.org/events, plural events. And even if for some reason you can't find that, just go to mentalhealthhawaii.org.
Oh yeah.
And they have all the links in there to register. So all you do is you register, which is you just give your email and name, and then they'll give you the link, and you can actually start going on there now. Once you get sent the link, and you can start seeing some of the resources that are there already. There's a game element to it, so you can start earning points and possibly win some prizes. Like it's really cool.
But because you can't take the team off of the leaderboard yet, so I think we have to tell people not to ignore me, because I have like 1,000-something points and I can't take myself off. And I put my test in there as Emmett Hong, so you can ignore all the Hongs on the leaderboard.
Can you change your name to say like
ignore this?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I could.
Yeah, so when they see it on the leaderboard, they'll know.
Ignore.
We don't want to kill their spirit. Like
I know. I'm never gonna catch up.
Not everyone's as competitive as Brian. Brian would say like, "Oh, those MFers. All right, let me catch up." But yeah, so this Friday, 9 a.m. But you can register now.
You should register now.
Actually, that will help Jamie a lot if you register now. So if you don't want to add more to her stress load, register now.
Oh, they do have prizes. I was wondering that.
I wouldn't have said that you can win prizes if I didn't know they didn't have prizes.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that.
I'm surprised that you didn't correct me then. Like, don't say prizes. We don't know that.
Oh.
So yeah, they do have prizes. 2 $50 gift certificates to CPK. That is huge.
Best mac and cheese.
And they do such a great job with takeout. Like, that's my favorite part about them. I used to hate that you had to wait so long to get a table, but
just take out.
Their takeout service is so on it, and the way they pack it all, like, it's so easy. Anyways, sorry, CPK has not paid us for that endorsement.
Brian likes their mac and cheese too.
Yeah. But yeah, go.
I'm super cheap, and when my kids are smaller, I wouldn't let them get their own food. Like, they always would have to share a plate or whatever. But at CPK, on the rare occasion that I let them go there, I would let them each get their own kids meal so that I could have their leftovers.
Because you'd always tell them to get mac and cheese.
No, they wanted mac and cheese, but they get excited because they could have their own drink. I'm really mean. Single mom.
You're just trying to survive. It isn't about being mean. You're trying to be frugal. And they're kids. They don't like some kids love getting the box rather than the toy that comes in the box. So,
What?
You know, like when you buy a kid a gift.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, look at this awesome box. Like, but the toy that's inside, that's what costs the money. And they instead play with the box. It's like their value systems are very different. They haven't been skewed by us.
They think
adults.
They're lucky when they get their own drink.
Yeah.
Still.
But this is actually going back to the event. For all of the nonprofits who are watching, this would be a great way to see, a conference run like this. So even if for whatever crazy reason you don't find interest in mental health, which something's wrong with you if you're not. But no,
you shouldn't say that when you're talking about mental health. Oh my God.
Sorry. That was sarcasm. Anyways, you should just register and just to check it out, like just to see what it looks like, because I can say that we're pretty proud of how this looks and how unique it is, and how much I think more interactive than like just a typical Zoom conference would be. Like, this is a really great option of how you can do virtual conferences. Okay, I think that's it.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. I didn't eat yet, and neither did she, and we didn't fight or anything. Well,
this is my second cup of coffee.
Oh, I didn't have any caffeine yet. And
you didn't eat yet today?
No, and I almost fell asleep driving home from town. So
you were up late.
Yeah. So we'll see. Let's get off before I go nuts. All right. And as much as Brian would love to see that, we'll save that for Friday. You get to see how I am on Friday. All right. Thank you all for joining us. Brian, thank you so much for participating in the chat. That really helps us. Every time we have someone to talk to, these go way better. So we love you so much, Brian, for being here. And
you'll get 50 more emails this afternoon.
Yeah, we'll see you in the emails. Okay, if you guys have any questions, comments, please throw them in the chat or the comments, or you can email us at info@popcm.me. Otherwise, I think we'll be back here same time, same day next week. If not, I will let you guys know in advance. But other than that, we'll see you next week on another episode of Pop Live.
I'm going to try pushing the button, but it might have been reprogrammed. So let's just see if it works.
I'm just going to stare and smile awkwardly.
Oh no, it didn't work. Shoot. Yeah.
Yay!